What's up everyone? If you are watching this video, you are probably new to the whole world of Amazon FBA. One of the most common questions I get from newbies is, when can I get my money back? How long does it take to be profitable and things like that. So in this video, that is exactly what I'm going to dive into. So stay tuned. Alright, so first off, if you're new to the channel, my name is Mitch Davis and a lot of my content is all about how to make money on Amazon Japan. So if that sounds like you, click that subscribe button. Alright, so first off, to answer the question, how long does it take to be profitable? To be honest, there's not one concrete answer to give you, unfortunately. So sorry about that, but there's a whole process to Amazon FBA and the private label business model. So what I'm going to do is outline the main steps that are involved in the time frame, probably the average time frames that you can expect for each part of the process. All right, so first off, which is probably the most variable part of the whole process, is product research. Okay, so this is really going to depend on you and how much work you're willing to put in, because Amazon, it does take work, right? It's not some kind of get rich quick scheme. It does take work, it does take time, it does take money, so you have to be prepared to put in the work and the time. And so yeah, so I recommend to a lot of people is, if you can just put in like an hour a night or hour a day, whatever your time schedule is, try and get an hour a day of research to try and find a product. You might be lucky, you might find something within the first couple of days. It might take you a couple of weeks, it may take you a month. It all depends on you. So to average it out, I'd say, product research could take you up to say 4 weeks to find yourself a product, and that's just going to be one. Over that whole time, you're going to be creating a big list, a short list of products that you're interested in, and then you're just going to narrow it down till you find the one that you want to move forward with. So 4 weeks for product research. So next up is the supplier. So you found your product, and then you need to find a supplier, and then you need to negotiate with a supplier to get the right price and things like that. And that can take some time as well, right? You might have a couple of suppliers that you're interested in, and you can't really decide which one to go with, and that could take some time to kind of weed out the bad ones and just kind of figure out who you want to go. So that can take time too. And then yeah, as I said, the negotiations can take a bit of time as well. But so on average, I say that can take around about 2 weeks. All right, so 2 weeks for negotiating, finding and negotiating with suppliers. So next up is going to be getting a sample, all right? So you don't want to just pull the pin and make a big order first. You want to test the quality of your product, so which means you want to get some samples made and sent out to you. So this is going to depend. Like if you're getting a customized sample made, it's going to take you longer. However, it's just something that they've got lying around in their factory. They can ship that out to you pretty quick. So for this part of the process, getting a sample, I'd say roughly around about 1 week is pretty standard for that. So 1 week for the sample stage of the process. Next is going to be the manufacturing stage, right? So you've got your sample, you've tested it out, you've tried how strong it is, or how the quality is, and you like it. Then you move forward and you're going to get going to make your order. So now you're paying your money, you're spending some money up front to get your order made, so they have to manufacture it for you. So this is also very variable, right? Depending on the product and depending on the time of the year. For example, in Q4 around Christmas time like that, it's going to be a lot more busier for factories that are trying to pump out all these orders. So depending on the year, it can be longer or shorter as well, and depending on the industry, all these things come into play. But on average, you're probably looking at around about 4 weeks, or around about 30 days, 4 weeks to get your order made, manufactured. And then moving on from that, then you have to ship it. You have to get it from your manufacturer into Japan, and then into Amazon Japan, right? And so because a lot of the times, I'd say you're probably going to be shipping from China. That's probably one of the easiest ways and cheapest ways to get your products made is from China. And because Japan's so close, it doesn't take very long. You're basically around about 1 week. Okay, so about 1 week for the shipping stage. So once you've done all that, that's the whole kind of the research, the major order, found a supply, major order, got it shipped in Amazon. So that's one whole part of the process done. So that's going to be 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 12 weeks right there. Okay, so that's just 3 months just to get to that stage, and you haven't even sold your product. All right, so during the whole stage of the manufacturing, the shipping, what you want to be doing is getting your listing optimized. You want to get your photos done. You want to get your written out your your title and your bullet points and your description. For example, if you don't speak native Japanese, you want to get that written out in your native language, then you're going to have to get that translated, and then you're going to have to get that put onto your product page, right? So you're going to get your product page all set up. So this is all going through at the same time that your product is being manufactured. And then, so what you want to do is you want to launch your products. And so this stage can be variable as well, depending on how you launch your product. If you're just doing PPC, it could take a bit longer, or you could do giveaways and it could be a bit quicker, like that. So that's all going to be variable as well. So, and then it depends on your product, how quick you can be profitable as well. So some students that I have, they're profitable within the first month. Some students, it takes them 2-3 months to get profitable as well. So it just depends. So you're looking anywhere from say 4 months to 6 months where you're going to see your money coming back. So it is a pretty long process. So I never want to kind of hide that fact. It's not some kind of get rich quick scheme or anything like that. It's a real business. It's an online business, and it takes time. So you can see all the parts that are involved in the whole process. But yeah, so this is just a rough guide. So you're looking at first 3 months, and then it's going to be maybe 4 to 6 months until you see that money coming back. All right, so this is just a rough guide. Once again, I want to keep saying that it's not exact. As I try to show you, there's a lot of variables that come into play, but this is what you can expect. And yeah, I hope that answered your question. If you have any questions, put them down below. And if you're not in the Amazon Japan exclusive Facebook group, that's the group that I run on Facebook. It's the biggest community for Amazon Japan sellers. So jump in there. I'll leave the link in the description below. Once again, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you in another video. Sweet. See you.